As a series of new coronavirus outbreaks raise the spectre of a second wave of the pandemic. Germany was once seen as a European success story, but two new clusters have put authorities back on high alert. More than 400 new cases of COVID-19 have been recorded among workers at a slaughterhouse in the western Gütersloh region. In the country's capital, Berlin, hundreds of households are back under lockdown after a spike in new infections in the district of Neukölln. Our reporter Jessica Saltz is in Berlin. We can go there now to find out a little bit more. Morning to you, Jessica. Clearly, reports of the confirmed number of infections going up in these sort of cluster spots is causing concern. What do we know about how these two outbreaks developed, particularly because Germany, as I said, had been seen as a bit of a success story in how it handled the pandemic?
Well, Rosie, this latest outbreak at this meat processing plant in the west of Germany in Gütersloh has really caused shockwaves here. As of Wednesday evening, 657 workers there confirmed to have the coronavirus. These numbers expected to rise throughout the day as more tests are being done there. 7,000 people forced into self-isolation and quarantine in the region, and all schools and kindergartens had to be closed. Now, Robert Tönnies, one of the family owners of the Tönnies meat processing plant, said that the reason that the outbreak happened was because of the subcontracting system that these workers work under. Workers at these meat processing plants in Germany, often from countries in Eastern Europe, are subcontracted to these firms working under very unstable conditions, very long hours in cramped conditions, and often forced to live together also in similar cramped conditions near the plant. But the real question is, how has this been able to happen again? This comes just a few weeks after several outbreaks in similar meat processing plants across Germany also happened, which forced the German government to crack down on these kind of subcontracts and workers' conditions for workers working in these plants. In fact, the German government said that they were going to put huge fines on any meat processing plants that were found to still be abusing these workers' rights. So there's big questions surrounding this, of course, big questions surrounding the outbreak here in Neukölln, in Berlin as well, where again lots of people have had to go into self-quarantine and isolation. These clusters of real concern in Germany at the moment, yeah, it's certainly something that the German government is extremely worried about.
Jessica, thank you very much, speaking to us there in Berlin.